What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be showing you which streaming stick you're probably going to want to get and which streaming stick is the best for you. If you're thinking of cutting the cord, this video is for you. So basically, we're mainly focusing on two streaming sticks. I know these are the two most popular streaming sticks. We have a Roku, and then we have a Fire Stick. Now, basically, we're going to be talking about the interface. We're going to give them points, and the one with the more points is a better streaming device for your likes. And this is all my opinion. You guys will probably have different opinions on this. This is all my opinion. So, first, let's talk about the interface. Roku. So the interface on the Roku I actually like a lot more than the interface on the Fire TV stick. On my Roku, the interface actually looks a lot better, not only because it just looks like a lot cleaner, it looks a lot classier, because there's no targeted ads. Yes, there are obviously going to be ads. Obviously there are going to be like ads for Roku movies, I guess. But it's not really those major ads where it says, hey, buy this and hey, buy this. But on the Fire Stick, what Amazon wants to do, and this is way, you get way more of these targeted ads on the Fire Stick on Prime Day. On Prime Day, or any other day you go into your Fire Stick, you're obviously, if you scroll down, you're gonna get a Amazon ad saying, hey, buy this, or hey, buy this. If you have an Amazon Alexa, I recommend the Fire Stick, but if you really don't have an Amazon Alexa, I would recommend the Roku streaming device. So Roku gets 1 point, and Fire Stick is a big fat 0. Alright, now let's talk about the interface on the Fire Stick. So the interface on the Fire Stick, which I'm actually going to remove the point for this. The interface on the Fire Stick is a lot worse than, it's kind of basic, you know. Interface on the Fire Stick, you have these little squares, and there's not a lot of apps to choose from the Fire Stick. You recently just started putting a lot of Google stuff on the Fire Stick, because Amazon doesn't have a really good relationship with Google. Obviously, they recently added YouTube, they recently added all that stuff. With the Roku, they've had that stuff for almost years. They've even had Google Play on their thing. So Google Play is basically a store where you can get apps from, and you can get from all that stuff. Google Play is basically a different app store than the actual Roku app store, which still has a pretty good selection of apps. But the Fire Stick, you cannot get Google Play on the Fire Stick. You do have to jailbreak it most of the time to get most of the apps that you'd want. But for Roku, all the apps you want, let's say, Netflix. Let's say Netflix. I'm sorry if my hair is messy. I literally just woke up. Let's say Netflix. You have Netflix on the Roku. You have Netflix on the Fire Stick. I have everything on the Fire. You basically have everything on the Roku straight away. Also, they allow you to select which apps you want automatically when you get to Fire Stick, which I actually set my Roku up with no credit card. If you guys want to learn how to do that, which it's actually not very that hard, click the link in the description below to see that. But now let's move on to the remote. Starting off with, so the Roku has 1 point, this has 0 points. So obviously the remote on the Fire Stick, let's start off with the Fire Stick because last time we started off with the Roku. The remote on the Fire Stick looks really, really nice. It looks like really, really sleek. It looks like I kind of like this little iPod spinny thing. Obviously, you don't actually have the spinning thing on the iPod. I have not mentioned that. But obviously, I kind of like the iPod little spinny thing. It kind of looks like the old iPod spinny thingy. Even I know that. Also, you also have the turn off button, which will control your TV, volume up, volume down, and even mute. So you also have voice control, which if your remote doesn't support voice control, there is a way to get actual voice control on your Roku. But I think the Fire Stick actually wins here. But we haven't even mentioned the Roku. So the Roku, it's kind of nice. So obviously you have all the apps down here. You have so if you're too lazy, if you don't want to go home, if you don't want to go home, scroll down to Netflix and then click OK to open up Netflix. You just automatically have the Netflix thing at the bottom. Boom, press that. Boom, Netflix should automatically boot up on your Roku. Also, Roku channel. Now, this is something a lot of people do not mention about, is the little apps down there. Roku channel is basically like Roku, like free Roku movies, CBS All Access, Google Play. We have all that stuff down there. And then we also have volume up, volume down, and mute, which obviously this is standard for my TV because this is the remote that came with my TV because my TV is literally a Roku TV. So, Roku TV users, where you at? Which, not a lot of people actually have a Roku TV. A lot of people, yeah, whatever. And also, it has voice control, but for my remote, some remotes support voice control, some don't, which my remote doesn't support voice control. Alright. So, obviously, Roku gets 1 point in the remote, obviously, because this one doesn't have the apps at the bottom, and I feel like the apps at the bottom of your Roku remote is very handy. Alright, now let's talk about the app. So, you can install an app on your phone. Face ID stocks on my phone. What do you mean no match? I was about to say Face ID is literally broken. Let's talk about the apps. So, this is the Roku app. As soon as you boot up the Roku app, which automatically I have this. That's my Roku right there. It's automatically connected. And obviously, if your Roku, if your remote isn't working on your Roku, you can use your phone as a remote. Also, if you go to the remote on your phone, while your Roku TV is off, if you have a Roku TV, it will automatically power on your Roku TV, which I think is a little bit handy dandy if your thing is it's a little bit handy if your remote's super far away, if it's in the other room and you just woke up and you do not want to walk to the other room, just get your remote and then power it on. You can just use your phone, which is possibly by your bed. And you can just power on and power off your Roku TV. Which I think is a little bit nice. Also, we have media, which I believe sometimes you will have media in the app. Basically what this is it basically, if you do not have a Roku TV, you can still watch Roku channel on your phone with the Roku app. Now it's pretty handy. But let's talk about the Fire TV app. I'm going to have to click Show on all of this. You have all of this. You have your Fire Stick names. But once you connect to the Fire Stick, you can only use it as a remote, which I don't think is really that handy if you want to watch Fire TV apps. You can only use it as a remote, which kind of annoys me. You're kind of limited on the Fire Stick app. So again, Roku gets more points, and still the Fire Stick sitting at, I'm going to say 0.1 points, because I kind of did like the remote a little bit more, but this one, it was just my favorite, because you have the little buttons at the bottom. That's really nice to have on a Roku remote. But I'm saying the Roku probably wins between the Fire Stick, just because the ads and stuff. So yeah. Bye.